Hey everybody, welcome back to another Vintage to Today Star Wars review. And today we're going to be looking at the 1980 Empire Strikes Back Bespin Han Solo. And here's the figure right here. Okay, this was another one of my favorites, simply because everyone loves Han Solo, and they managed to improve his face sculpt from the first Han Solo that came out, which I'll show you real quickly. I'm going to do a video of him separately later, but notice how the face sculpt is not so good. And see how much they have improved it here. He is wearing the blue jacket he wore in, as he left Hoth and in Bespin. He's armed with this, I'm assuming this is the Bespin style blaster, as Lando and the Bespin security guards and Lobot carry one of these, and I guess they figured Han should have one as well. It doesn't quite look like anything we've seen in Star Wars, but it is a classic vintage weapon accessory though, and this is the real one. This is not a repro. He has a gun belt with a holster that's way too small for this blaster. Yellow stripes on brown pants, which is movie accurate. They didn't bother to paint the boots or the belt. I'm not sure why, but, you know, either way, it makes the figure unique, though. As you can see, he has a little hair loss. This is a fairly old figure. And whereas the buckle was painted white, the back buckle is not painted at all. So, minimal paint, yet still a good figure. This is one that I'm really glad to have, and I'm glad to have it in such good condition. Now, they haven't done very many remakes of this figure. In fact, the most recent one I've seen is actually just a repack of this one, which was produced a few years ago. And this one is, I think there's a date on it, but I want to say this is early 2000s. And I think they have him repacked with a gas mask on the 2010 lineup, and yeah, it's still a good figure. It stands on its own. The articulation is not so good. He has great ball jointed arms, and he has these swivel elbows that actually gives him a lot of posability in his arms. No swivel wrists. He has a swivel neck, swivel hips, and that's it. And swivel torso. So articulation-wise, he's not very good, but still he looks good. It's a good-looking figure nonetheless. He has the good jackets, which is a separate piece. Well, of course, only vest-wise. So if you took it off, it wouldn't look right because he'd still have the sleeves. But it looks really good. It has a nice three-dimensional quality, and the blaster. It's gray, it's small, it's made out of soft plastic, but it may not look very good, but it fits really nicely in his holster. It actually seems to be in scale, strangely enough, compared to other ones. He holds it really well, and, you know, I actually like this blaster. I mean, it doesn't look as good as the other blasters, but nonetheless, like the figure itself, it doesn't do a whole lot, but I like it. I like how it feels. I like how it looks. I really like how the arms have such freedom of movement for such a small amount of articulation. So I like this figure, and that it's no surprise that they did repack it. Before this figure came out, there was a Power of the Force Han in Carbonite. And this is it right here. It came with the Carbonite block. And there was a little lock-in place here to put your Han. And it did come with a Han, with kind of a steroid Han. Pretty much very similar to this Han right here, which was the original Power of the Force Han that has the ridiculous muscles and ridiculous shaped body that's almost humanly impossible. So we have, so this is the Han post-Carbonite, after Princess Leia frees him. He's armed with a incredibly large Jabba sail barge blaster. It looks pretty ridiculous. His articulation is the standard for Power of the Force. Swivel neck, swivel shoulders, swivel torso, and swivel hips. Pretty much the same face sculpt as that Power of the Force Han right there, with slightly blonder hair. Still, I kind of like this figure. You can snap him in place. So you have a Han in carbonite. And the carbonite part is great. It has stickers on the sides. It looks exactly like the carbonite prop from the movie. The next Han I want to show you is this Empire Strikes Back. And this is the original trilogy collection, I think. What did they call this? I know someone can. It is. I'm totally blanked on this line, but this is the Han on the torture rack, and it's the line that comes with the coins. So, like I said, there were better reviewers out there than me. Anyway, I like this figure just because the great accessory it comes with. I'm keeping it carded just because I think it just looks much better on the card back. Of course, we hate to see Han tortured, but nonetheless, it's a unique and interesting figure. As you can see, the torture rack has, it looks like glowing red here for the heat or electricity or whatever was being applied to Han during the torture scene. He's scene specific because if you took him out of the torture rack, I don't think he would match any scene because he's grimacing in pain. His shirt's untucked. But he's still wearing the same outfit, the same Bespin outfit. Just a great figure that pretty much needs to stay carded. Packaging-wise, there's a great picture of Harrison Ford with his blaster. It does come with a coin showing Han on the torture rack, which is a strange coin idea, but nonetheless, I still think this is a great figure. It's almost like a scene than a figure, in my opinion. And the back of it. It has a brief biography. It says, Han and his friends go to Bespin to escape the Empire, but Han's friend Lando turns them over to their enemy, Darth Vader. Strapped to a rack, Han is tortured with no idea why, telling Leia afterwards, "They never even asked me any questions." They might have tortured him because he took a few shots at Darth Vader in that scene, if you remember right. And there's also a photo scene, a screenshot from the picture showing Han being tortured. And it says, species human, status reluctant rebel hero. And weapon of choice, blaster pistol, characteristics, refuses to surrender. That's great. I really did like this line. And this is the same line that had Darth Malak. And an Anakin I'd really like to get right here. A pre-cyborg Grievous I really would like to get as well. Anyway, so there's that. That is a review of the Bespin Han Solos, and let's just finish up with another look at this 1980 figure. And I'll keep doing these reviews if you keep watching them. And thanks a lot for the nice comments. Please subscribe and rate. I am wide open to, if I make mistakes, which I'm prone to do. Feel free to to nicely let me know. If I got something wrong, I am perfectly fine with that. If I make a mistake on a line of figures or whatever, or a factual error about the movies. So don't be shy. I appreciate feedback, and I learn a lot from it, and I also appreciate watching your videos too. Everyone who I've subscribed to, I like all of your videos, and I try to watch them as often as I can. So there you have it. Until next time.